Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Okay, you can start. Okay. So yeah, dialogue. Okay. Yeah, Avivada. Very good. Okay.
Okay, good evening, all my classmates and respected agent. I going to present about my dissertation proposal for chapter 1. The title that I'm going to talk about today is a Buddhist dialogue of non-quarreling. In Pali, we call Avivara for ethnic groups in my country, Myanmar. You can see my dissertation supervisory committee. My supervisor is Assistant Professor Dr. Ajahn Sampong Gunakaro, and my co-supervisor is Associate Professor Dr. Snu Matero, our Hampson professor. My name is Inasiri, as we all know. Ajahn, I cannot hear you actually. Ajahn cannot hear you.
Okay, you can continue.
Okay. My presentation will cover all of this content, but I'm not going to read them out, as we already know. So I'm going to talk about the background and significance of the problem. Under these topics, I'm going to explain what is this research all about and how significant this research, how important the research is, and why I decided to do this research topic. So as you see my slides, my country, Myanmar, is home to multinational races. We officially recognize 135 ethnic groups in my country. The structure of my country, like constituted by 7 regions and 7 states. Among them, 7 states basically represent the area of 6 main ethnic races. Unfortunately, they have been engaging in a long quarreling with the central government for over self-determination or autonomy. This can be key difficulty for my country. However, little research have been conducted to show the Buddhist way of dialogue. Therefore, an effective Buddhist approach to the struggles is still remain. Here I mention one meaning of Vivara in Theravada Buddhism. Vivara here means the hostile speech or two side or two party. That hostile speech can lead to the ill and misery of all beings, and the unhappiness, destruction, and suffering bring on by the hostile speech. We can find the definition in Tika Nikaya. And the Buddhist dialogue of non-quarreling in this the present research mean to the past or passage from the 5 Nikaya that related to the quarreling and non-quarreling. They contain 5 Nikaya contain a large number of references to the social, political, and religious condition of ancient India. Okay, let's take a look at my country in maps. You can see the beautiful country of Myanmar. Actually, we constitute 7 regions and 7 states. 7 states as earlier mentioned. But let's take a look what is happening inside of beauty. There are in my country 23 ethnic organizations in Myanmar who have been engaging, fighting for in a long-standing quarrel between ethnic group and the government of Myanmar. I mentioned here 8 major ethnic organizations in Myanmar. I'm not going to read them out. As you can see, most of them are represent for the ethnic group. Why? What do they fighting for? What do they quarreling for? They quarreling over autonomy, the political power. They want political power to rule themselves. They want to free from the central government. Actually, they want independent from the central government, and they quarreling over natural resource extraction, natural resource production, like natural gas, like other natural treasure, and territory control and taxation, and so on. These are the some or chief reason for fighting. Here you can see the population of each ethnic group in Myanmar, and also the area or ethnic group. They are updating that kind of area. You can see in the maps in color. Most of the area are situated in across the border. They located that area. Most of our organizations that mean they are remote area from the central government. And then you can see the population of ethnic group. Burma, 68% of the country population. I am belong to Burma. And Chin, Kachin, Kayari, Kayin, Mon, Rakhine, and Shan is the second largest ethnic group in Myanmar. We can see in our classmates come from Rakhine and Shan State like that. Okay, let's take a look at the others, like impacts of quarrel, impacts of fighting. In Myanmar, the quarrel between the government and ethnic group have been a very long time, 2 times or 3 times more than my age. You can see the 7 years ago it started, broken out at 56 places and 7 states and 1 region. And according to the UN reports, it is estimated that 1.1 million of people fled their home. You can see the amount of the people who fled their home. 13,000 of people moved to another place, the safer place, better place, and 267,000 of people fled to the Malaysia. 90,000 of people fled to the Thailand. Here we live. Around 700,000 fled to the Bangladesh. So you can see the impacts of quarrel do not stop in my country. Its impacts on neighboring country as well. And in short, each community member suffering from social, political, economic problems, such as mistrust. We don't trust each other even we live in one nation. We lost our trust each other, one another, and accessibility to education and healthcare service. This is a main problem. And drug issue like illegal drug plantation, illegal drug production, and drug dealing. They are connecting with the political problem in my country, and livelihood, of course, career. You can see a lot of Myanmar migrants in Thailand. They are working in here. That's one effect of the quarrel. I can see that. And let's take a look at the essential and necessary of this research. The government, my government Myanmar, initiated the peace dialogue for a nationwide ceasefire agreement at 2011, and an ethnic group already signed for peace in 2015. And on the other hand, other ethnic groups are still talking in a process, and it means the quarrel is going on. However, little is known about the effective Buddhist way of dialogue. Therefore, it is vitally important to do this research project on the Buddhist way of dialogue. So I will attempt to propose Buddhist dialogue for non-quarreling in order to fill that gap and to strengthen the ongoing peace dialogue in my country, Myanmar. I'm going to show you one example of the effective Buddhist way of dialogue that story can find in a Dhammaviewers commentary. There was a dispute, a quarrel in the Buddha time. Its dispute arise about the distribution of irrigation water, sharing water between the section and neighbor colleague, people of section and people of colleague. They share a border river called Rohini. And when the paddy transplantation time, both sides claim their right to take the water fast. And the quarrel situation are getting more and more worse. They change from argument to insult each other. Finally, angry men both sides decide to fight the war. They started the war for the, you can see, to defense ethnic pride and water rights. This story, this problem, very messing with my country, you know. Most of ethnic groups in Myanmar, they always claim their right to have political power. They always claim to their right to control their area. You know, they want to free from central government. They want independent. They want separate, but within in a country. Okay, so when the Buddha heard about this problem, Buddha came to the battleground, battlefield. You can imagine Buddha's went to the battlefield. They are ready to fight. But when the Buddha heard about this, Buddha appeared in front of two commander-in-chief, two military leaders, and Buddha have a dialogue with the two leaders. You can see here, Buddha asked then how much water was? Great king, very little, Venerable Sir. How much Khadia was? Great king. It means Khadia means the worry of the king. Then they said Khadia are beyond the price of water. So it's not fitting that because of a little water you should destroy Khadia who are beyond the price of water. To my understanding, Buddha wanted to compare the price of water and the price of human life, to point it out, to understand like that. So, then the two-sided leader kept silent. They can't tell anything. Then Buddha continued to address, great king, why do you do in this manner? If I know here present today in the battleground, you will set the following a river of bloody river. So you all have act in a most unbecoming manner. Then finally, Buddha conclude the dialogue with the two kings by reciting the Gatha verse. Among men who hate in the world, let us live free from hatred. Among men who are afflicted with the diseases mean mental defilement. They are suffering from mental diseases, like let us live free from the diseases. Among those who are possessed with the longing, craving attachment, let us live free from longing. Buddha conclude in that way that both sides decide to withdraw. They go back to the home, and the Buddha prevent their potential war of the related by the Buddhist dialogue. So one of the examples that I would like to share here. So you can see